What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Gran Turismo 2 Plus Let's Play. This is episode 2, and today we're going to be going through the B license test and just try to get all the B license stuff done so we can continue on with our playthrough of the game. So, for those who didn't watch our last episode, we'll do a TLDR real quick, and then we'll get back into the video for this episode, which is going to be doing the B license test. So, in last episode, we picked up this 1991 Nissan Pulsar GTI R, and pretty much went through all the races that we could feasibly do in the special events without a license at all. So this car got a little bit of a bump, stage 1 turbo, and I think an intercooler upgrade, and that's all I did to this car. And it makes, or I think it has a sport exhaust as well. It makes 290 horsepower, and yeah, I've got 16K saved up from all of those races, and we're going to modify this car a little bit more later on in this video, probably to close out the video once we get done with the B license stuff, because that'll be its whole thing. Then we're going to go back and do some more of the races on the special events. Hopefully as well we get able to get a new car pretty soon, or at least get a prize car so that we can work towards getting a larger collection of cars in this. So, for those who are unaware of what Gran Turismo 2 Plus is, it is a mod built on through GT Planet. Forget the name of the user, but has created this giant mod that adds a bunch of unused content, as well as extra content, and aims to create just the best way to play Gran Turismo 2. This is paired on DuckStation with some mods and upscaling to make this game look incredible. I harped on it all last video about how much better this game looks in comparison to actually playing this on actual hardware. I've played this game on a PS2 and a PS3 for that matter as well, and this looks way better. Of course, this is upscaled to 1440p, so it's obviously going to look better. But anyway, we're going to get on with today's video. I do want to put some wheels on the Pulsar as well. So one thing I wanted to mention while we're going over to the licenses is I mentioned in the last video about the CLK GTR being brought back to the game. I was incorrect in that statement. It was just a CLK race car. So it was not the CLK GTR. It was just the regular CLK race car. That is in the game. I think I went over that yesterday in the Mercedes dealer. The Polo is added, but not in the actual dealership. It's a prize car. So we got our first license test, which is the good old, I think this is a 1,000 meter. Okay, so I thought it was 400 meter. I guess it was a Gran Turismo 3 thing. Well, we're in the Toyota Vitz F from 99. Of course, this is the first gen Yaris, which is ironic to get to experience this. My girlfriend drives a Yaris. Not this old of one, though. This thing is dirt slow. Holy cow. Get this thing go. Come on. It's been 12 seconds. We still haven't hit 60. 15 seconds 0 to 60 out of this thing. I don't think there are many cars that are slower than this. My old Explorer could have done a quarter mile by now. I would hope. I mean, that was also pretty slow. Come on. Hold 80 miles an hour. The advantage is because this thing is so slow, I can start to stop like right here. And Viola. Unfortunately, it's a bronze, but I'll take it. Passing is passing, really, and I'll take what I can get here. We'll just do, I guess, Mudkip as the name, since this channel is turbocharged Mudkip. And we're going to go to B2, which is the Fiat Coupe, which I love these things, and I'm so mad we didn't get them in the state. But granted, Fiat was kind of MIA for a few years in the early 2000s. Around that time this car was made. Maybe one day they'll be importable. Of course, I love turbo 5 cylinders, which this car happens to have. Because, turbo 5 cylinders, as a Volkswagen Audi guy, are perfect. And, yeah, so of course this is a turbo 5 cylinder coupe that Fiat built for a couple years, and I really wish we got it here in the States. This one might be a little bit trickier because I can't stop quite so soon. We might have nailed it. Come on! Yes, okay. Again, just barely a bronze, but again, passing is passing, and I don't care. That's how I got through school. I just barely squeaked by a lot, but it's okay. C's get degrees, guys. C's get degrees. Or D's if your schools offer that. Whatever passes, passes. I'm not really one to focus on having the best grades. I wasn't really capable of that, but hey. Oh gosh, this one's going to be a pain. Good old R34 and all of its 90s polygon glory. This thing's got some steam, of course. I mean, for the late 90s, early 2000s, this was a fairly fast car. Question is where the braking point is going to be. I think I may have done it a little bit too late. Oh, we good. And we got silver this time. How about that? I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Then we're back in the slow boy. So I'm actually playing this right now with a wrist brace on because I managed to get hurt typing because I'm just not one that types. Oh, this is the circle track. I remember doing these tests in Gran Turismo 3. I think I was actually just playing through Gran Turismo 3 recently, and was doing this. I think it was the A license where you do this with the RX-7, and then I think the IB or IA, one of those two has the Corvette, the C5Z06, but in the wet, which was an absolute pain in the balls. Good old bronze prize. I'll take it. Again, passing is passing. I don't care. Okay, so now we're moving up to the next one, which is an STI. I'll take it. I think this is a GC8 model as well, because I don't think the Blob Eye or Bug Eye was out yet. I think this was the newest Super at the time. Honestly, though, this is probably my favorite gen of STI. I know a lot of people probably think I'm crazy, because I know the Hawkeye in particular carries a lot of fandom here in the States, but this is my kind of STI. I love the GC8 model STI. A lot of understeer, surprisingly. But I guess I am coming in here at 70 plus miles an hour going in a circle. So I guess you can imagine that would definitely incite some understeer. Like on the limit of grip. I don't think it's going to be a silver. Oh, it was barely a silver. I seem to do better in faster cars, I guess. It's just throw me a Toyota GT1 and we'll call it a day. I'll just ace all these with gold with no issue. Okay, so now we're doing the basics of cornering in a Demio, otherwise known as the Mazda 2 here in the States. At least later gen's the Demio. I don't know if it was the Mazda 2 here yet. I don't know if this gen ever even the Demio was sold here. Good old commuter car status. Let's go. So, one thing I've noticed, I don't think this game has braking lines like some of the license tests in Gran Turismo 3 did. That was clean. That was a clean exit. Let's see. What we got? We gonna get gold? We might. Oh, just barely missed it. While usually I would, with being that close, I would try again and try to get gold. The point of this episode is just to get through the tests, which it looks like we're gonna do in very fast pace, considering only 8 minutes in. I usually try to stretch these out to about 25 minutes or so. So we might actually be able to get some racing in. Oh, that was a rolling start. Okay, I was not paying attention. Good old Integra Type R. Love these things to death. Only they didn't cost an absolute fortune. Missed that apex really bad. This is not going to be that good. We might be lucky to get bronze here. I had about a second to spare. That was a really rough test, guys. That was definitely not ideal. Okay, basics of cornering 3, and this one is at a rolling launch, so I'm gonna take note of that and actually hold the accelerator to start. That may have cost us a good bit of time, just that blunder alone. Outside of missing the apex. Now just bangs the limiter. That's also not great. So I'm gonna have to pretty much shift immediately after as these tests start. There we go. Follow the line. That was good. That was really good. I don't know if we're going to have the pace to get gold. But we shall see. Almost. Once again, very close to getting gold on these. But of course, I think if I had banged the limiter right there at the beginning of this, that might have helped my case a little bit on getting gold on this one. We're moving into the final basics of cornering. This is a dig start in a Cougar. Interesting. Grant, I don't know why this was the Ford Cougar. I guess overseas it was a Ford. This is most definitely a Mercury here in the States. Ooh, a little bit in the dirt. It's fine. I think I may have bogged a little bit too much. Probably should have downshifted into second. 23.9. I mean, that's again just. I mean, that one was closer to silver than closer to gold, like the last couple of silvers were. All right, one more test to go, and this is in the Cougar, starting at 62 miles an hour. So that's a pretty good rolling start for one of these. Okay. Okay. It was a pretty alright exit. Didn't quite ride it out as much. Oh, this might be it right here. Nope, just barely missed it. I think that's what, 0.4 of a second? I'm not good at math. I'm not a math guy. But hey, we got it. I mean, that is a successful B license right there. Hooray, we got the B license. I will take it, and we will go ahead and save. Just out of precaution, because I'm afraid about losing these save files, guys. I won't lie. Like, I've already lost a GT2 save file on my Steam Deck. So I'm like very cautious about this kind of stuff, guys. Alright, we're good. So I guess let's go and modify the pulsar a little bit more. And we're going to try to stretch things out a little bit and see what we can do. Okay, so we can probably go ahead and go do some A-license stuff, but I think I'd rather save that for a different video if I can. I mean, we've got plenty of time here. I've got like 14 minutes of how I stretch out these videos sometimes. I mean, I'm always open to do more. If you guys watch the Gran Turismo 4 Let's Play, we had a few episodes that would climb into the 40 to 50 minute mark, especially during the last several episodes of it. So what we're going to do is we're definitely going to toss on, I think racing slicks are probably a little too out of range. I mean, I can get the racing hard tires or the mediums, and I'm more open. I guess I could almost get the super softs. I think, honestly, a set of tires is probably one of the best things we can do to this car. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I mean, I know it's all of the budget, all of what I have almost, but I'm going to go ahead and put racing softs in this car just to add as much grip as we can to this car. I think in terms of brakes, that's kind of another thing I need to get a hold of, but those are a little bit more than what I have at the moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can get a hold of for right at 1,000 credits. Unfortunately, not that, which is usually the cheapest part. Engine balancing is 13K. Port and polish is 55. I figure a lot of the prices are the same as they were in GT3, and of course you can't do the NA tune-up because it's turbocharged. No displacement up on this one. I'm trying to think. I mean, is there like a suspension kit for a Gran? Nope. Of course, we want the semi-racing suspension on this car. Actually, for professionals, is that the full customized kit? Yes, it is. 18K. So let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can really do to this car. So we've already done this. Of course, I'm a little bit out of budget to do any of the other exhaust setups on this car. Is there like weight reduction, maybe? Is there a weight reduction I can do if I haven't already done it? Just out of range. Okay, well, I guess we're kind of SOL at the moment for anything extra we can do to this car. See if there's there. Let's see the special. I want to see the special. So R390 GT1, the Pennzoil and Nismo GTR. That's a really cool car, and the Nismo GTR road going, as well as the Silvia LM. Okay. Event. Is there a Pulsar? If there's a Pulsar event, is it a no license required? Pulsars only. We may. Why don't? I mean, let's just go ahead and do it. I mean, I know the payout's very small, but why not? We can dominate these other Pulsars with their superior grip and our superior power. I mean, the payout's $3,000. I mean, it's a very weak payout. This is really meant to be an early point of the game. These are these none of these other ones GTIRs. I don't think any of these other ones are GTIRs too. I think we've got a really bad advantage here. We're on Grand Valley though, which is nice. One of my favorite tracks in GT. This might be the layout that I've played on Assetto. If you guys have watched any of the Assetto Corsa content from a while back. I say a while back, like that was not just a few videos ago that was happening. Yeah, I think this is the layout that was used to make the, ooh, I came in way too hot there. The racing softs did not help me much there. Alright. Come on, Pulsar. Yeah, I am pretty sure this is what was used as the basis to create the layout that I have on Assetto. This is a song I've never heard in this game before. Oof, a little bit of understeer. Kind of surprised to see there's still a lot of understeer in this car, considering got these racing softs on there, but maybe I'm still a little bit SOL on that front. Oof. Well, I guess I overcooked it a little bit there. Maybe I need to get these tires a bit warmed up. Maybe that's the issue I'm having. I don't know if tire heat was really a thing that they had in this game, but because I know I've got the steam to run away from these guys. This must be anything for GT2 Plus, because I've never heard this song. Alright, coming back to the final corner. Gonna jam the brakes pretty hard here. And we are rolling. They're actually hanging on pretty tight, which is kind of interesting, considering that those aren't GTIRs. I'm going way too fast. There was nothing I could do there. Okay, maybe I underestimated these AI. They're keeping it way better than I thought they could have. I really do enjoy this little Pulsar though. Ah, overcooked it a little. That's actually surprising. They're actually hanging up me a little bit more than I thought they would have. It's kind of an interesting predicament I found myself in here. I think honestly that these tires really aren't going to make any help without suspension upgrades. So I guess maybe that should have been first thing of business there, would be to boss suspension for the car. That rev match is so good sounding. That was really good rev match sound. Come on. I need this thing to really just gap these guys here, but looks like maybe these Pulsars are a little bit more quick than I thought they were. You're on the brakes hard. Come on, don't understeer. There we go. Back on the back straight and across the line here in a moment. With a surprisingly short dub. Like, I honestly expected that to have been a slaughterhouse. But they were barely a second behind me. The VZR N1. That must be some sort of performance model that I'm unfamiliar with. I'm gonna go and research the VZR N1, because that was interesting. But hey, we got the win. And that's all that matters. Do we get a prize car off of this? Ooh, we do. How about that? We're going to save. Just out of precaution here. You guys saw in the last video, I don't save after every race, but I guess after like getting prize cars and getting licenses, I should probably, out of precaution, save. Alright, so what are we thinking for the prize card? Leave your, well, I guess you can't really leave your guess in the comment, because you guys are about to see it. And what's the... Some of you fools might go back and spoil it for everybody else. But make a guess in your head, and tell me if you guessed right. Just tell me if you guessed right. Don't tell me what you think the car is, but just tell me if you guessed right. I'm assuming it's going to be a Nissan of some sort. I honestly kind of expected it to be a GTST. Let's see. And it was a VCR-in-1. Okay, so I don't really have to do a lot of research on this. So 197 horsepower. It's front-wheel drive instead of the all-wheel drive the GTI-R is. No spec sheet. That's interesting. The car's worth 6K. I don't really have a use for it. I mean, I might keep it on for the FF stuff, but honestly, I'd rather have an Integra for that. Preferably a GTI, but of course, those are a little bit out of range at the moment. Those are actually fairly expensive cars. Let's see. How much is the GTI 1.8T? I think it's like 30-something thousand credits. Yeah, it's right at 30,000 credits. So I have to do quite a bit of saving up to get one. But, I mean, come on. Tell me this doesn't look fun to drive around in this. I mean, flash red, I mean, this would be fun. And a good old 1.8T. I mean, this is such a great engine. You know, honestly, I mean, the VR6 is here as well. The 2.8 VR6 car is right here. Even though this is, you know... Oh, they even notated it was a VR6. See? Why did Gran Turismo go away from this? Because... like, ever since, the VR6 has always been just a V6. This game got it right. Why didn't they continue doing that? But it's a 2.8. It's, why does it say all-wheel drive? This thing's all-wheel drive? It's supposed to be some sort of 4Motion car. No, we didn't get here, because of course we didn't. Let's see. Yeah. It makes barely 200 horsepower, though. But anywho, I was really just kind of eyeing this thing. Because that would be my ideal FF car, but from what I read, they did add a base Integra into the game. Let's see. So they did actually. There's a couple of new base model Integras. The LS Integra in particular. I had a friend who used to have one of these in this green color. So it's got the 140 horsepower. I think this is B18, non-VTEC. I think this was a new car that was added for GT2 Plus, but it's 16K. I mean, even if like, it's still. Why is it this Type R 16,000 credits? I don't think that's right, but it's there for 16,000 credits for some reason. But I think they added it in Honda as well. I think the Honda side of things got it. So let's go take a look at that before we go on and do anything else. Just out of genuine curiosity, what's going on here? So we got the Accord. So we do have the actual Honda Integra Type R. We have the Civic Vario as well, which is interesting to see. Let's see if there's another Integra hiding around in here. Now that this has the Japanese Integras. We got the S2K, of course, Nissan Z Turbo. So I just really wanted to see what was there. I probably might do an Integra LS just build the crap. I guess you can get that Type R for cheap. So let's see. We've got the last race of the Clubman Cup we can do, and then we can bump in. Well, we can't do the 4-wheel drive challenge just yet. I'm trying to see what else is available to us. We have the Compact Car World Cup, which is something that we can do as well, but it is horsepower limited, and unfortunately my car makes, I mean, enough to do the last race of the bunch, this Autumn Ring race, but not enough payout there right now for me to really look at it and think it's a good deal. So the Tune Turbo Cup, I think this is where you can get that that drag racing Skyline, but unfortunately I don't have an IA license or a car that's going to be fast enough for this kind of stuff. We've got the GT stuff as well, but we're gonna go scoot on back to page 1. So we'll see what kind of stuff we can challenge. So I mean, if we can get the A license, we can challenge the this event, the 4-wheel drive challenge. But we'll go ahead and just do the last race of Clubman for now. Hopefully, we'll be able to put up a good fight because this is going to be a very interesting race. And then I guess next episode we'll focus on the A license, since this is like one of the only things we can do right now. Might just do an entire episode dedicated to just going after the license tests. Everything up to the super license, because I'm not doing the super license on video. That one will tip me off. I mean, we might have. I mean, this entire playthrough is in video, so I mean, it's going to happen eventually that I'm going to do it. Because in order to actually beat the game, we're going to need it. And of course, that BMW 850 is going to be an absolute thorn in my side this entire race. So good luck to me. There's a Clio V6 in here as well. I'm in trouble. Like, this car's got some steam, but I've got a V12 BMW right next to me. And I've got a Clio V6 ahead of me, and an R32 GTR, whatever the heck this red thing is, and I'm putting into a wall. We're going to try to just dive bomb everybody and play dirty and take advantage of Gran Turismo 2's really cruddy physics compared to modern games. You can just bounce off the wall and bounce off of the cars, and it doesn't affect your speed at all. That was the gem about older Gran Turismos. I'm going to really hope I can hang on for dear life. A lot of flickering from some of these billboards and stuff. Let's see. Short shifted the crap out of that. Ah, ran me again, I guess. Put me in the wall, I guess, Mr. Nissan. That thing is cruising on by me. This is going to be where I lose positions, is right here. Because he's got a good-sized horsepower advantage on me, on the Pulsar. That's both of these two. Is that a TVR too? Oh my gosh. This is not going to go well for your boy, is it? Come on, I need those racing slicks to grip up. Like you see, I'm bashing him in the side. It's not affecting my speed at all. So we're just going to put him into the wall a little bit here and squeeze on by. So I'm going to have to play kind of aggressive on the second lap as long as I can stay ahead. Because I'm going to have to do all of this maneuvers right here, just block. But that's going to be hard. We got so many cars that have a serious pace advantage on you. The advantage I had is I didn't have to brake for that corner there for turn 1. So I'm just going to take advantage of that and run away a little bit. Ooh, I'm going to have to brake hard there. And, that kind of bit me in the butt there a little bit. The OG Rome circuit layout is fantastic, and I don't know why they felt the need to change it in Gran Turismo 5. Ooh, I might have overcooked it a little bit. Yeah, I overcooked that really bad. That may have cost me that. Unless I can, like, dive bomb these guys pretty hard going into this corner here, which, I mean, I can kind of do. I was able to steal a position back from this red thing, whatever that is. That TVR is going to be the death of me, though, right now, because he's got a giant power advantage on me. But this thing's gripping up well now. I'm going to have to really hope I can get out of these last 2 corners ahead of that TVR. I hear them all. They are, like, literally, holy cow, that thing is very fast. Yep, that's GG's. That is GG's. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. No, come on. I botched it. I botched it bad. I botched it bad. Oh, no. No, let's go. That was so close. Oh, my goodness. That was an 840 Ci. Okay, it was. I don't know if that's a V12 or not. That was a Venturi Atlantique bi-turbo. That's what that was. That was something. I had to play so dirty to take that dub. I'm not even gonna lie, that was way too dirty from driving, but when you're getting clapped on by freaking 840 Ci's and R32 GTRs, you gotta have some sort of strategy when you're in this big of a horsepower deficit. That was fun, as much of a pain as that was. Give me that 7K. Did we get a new car? New car, new car, new car? Nope. Okay, lame. Well, that was something. That was a very interesting way to close out the episode, guys. I gotta say, that was fun. That was really fun. All right, well, we're gonna scoot on back to the garage and call it a day for this video because I need to change the output folder on OBS. It'll stop outputting my main drive because my main drive's full. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. End of episode 2. We've got another car. We got a second Pulsar now. And we just took on some really fast cars, got our B license. Next episode, we're going to focus on getting the A license and a couple other things. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys.